Mike. Throw the flag! Throw the flag! Oh, well, you know what? At least now we have Samuel memes for forever. Left arm up. Welcome to Open Mic. We like to start the show with a few stories or a hot take on a story you're not likely to see anywhere else. I'm from gorgeous Prince George's, and now I spilled the tea in D.C. and Virginia also is a thing. So you know these jokes come from a place of love, if in fact that was something I was capable of. I told y'all to give me something for VA. I did. Have I not? My bucket remains empty. Y'all hit me up. Let's start things off in Argentina. Millions of fans took to the streets to celebrate the country's World Cup win, and drone footage captured the festivities. Wow, I thought that was a Washington Monument at first. I couldn't have been the only one. I was like, where did all these Argentinians come from? And how come nobody's selling water? They must have flown in for the game. Turns out that is actually the obelisk of Buenos Aires, a historic monument honoring the quadricentennial of the first founding of the city. Now, we can claim the obelisk crown since we built ours first, but we've never won a World Cup, and Argentina has 3, so I guess we should probably keep our mouths shut. Then again, at least 2 of those were very illegitimate. Maybe all 3. I don't know that Argentina's won a legitimate one. I'm just saying. We'll really beat the ancient Egyptians, actually beat all of us to the obelisk, so there you go. They get the credit. You're now ready for trivia night, and no, I'm not bitter. Look at all the folks in the air. One strong breeze away from death. They came to party. I do want to congratulate Argentina on winning arguably the greatest World Cup game of all time that started with a horrifically trash penalty. Y'all saw it. People who don't even like soccer were riveted. So much so, they might even watch the beautiful game again in about 4 years, thanks to Mbappe. No, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Let's head to D.C. for this next story, where the Washington Wizards lost to the Los Angeles Clippers, which, by the way, happens to be the Wizards' 9th loss in a row. 9 L's in a row. Who y'all think y'all are? The Argentinian national team from 2014 to now? I kid. Come on, Wizards. Y'all get paid to play, too. Y'all can beat some of these teams. I mean, the Wizards are making me have flashbacks to the Washington Bullets of my childhood, the Liddell Eccles and Hot Plate Williams Bullets. Or those early 2000s Wizards who spent more time in the club than they did practicing. And that was when I was in my club prime, so that was especially hurtful for your boy. I've seen the Wizards called the most mid franchise in the NBA, and I want to argue on the team's behalf, but when y'all lose 9 in a row, it's hard to make a case against it. Mid actually sounds like a compliment. Now, the Clippers didn't have 4 key players. Kawhi Leonard dropped 32 on one knee. Wizards, y'all gonna need to get it together. The Commanders have stepped things up, on the field a little. DC needs y'all to follow suit. I chose this next story because it's an update to the legal saga of the January 6th Capitol riot defendants. Antoine Broadnax, a rapper who performs under the name Bugsy the Don, who used a photo of himself at the insurrection for his album cover, has been sentenced to 5 months in prison by a federal judge.
This is one of those stories you have to see to believe. A rapper from Virginia allegedly used a photo of himself participating in the Capitol breach on January 6th. You see it right there, to promote his new album.
Keeping it real has officially gone wrong. Marketers and influencers, this is what you don't do. Bugsy now has 5 months to work on his bars behind bars. With that album cover and now the conviction, I will say this, Bugsy is automatically the face of the MAGA rap genre. If that is a genre. I'm assuming that's a genre. That's definitely a genre because Kid Rock's still out here making music. When he gets out, he can headline the next Blacks for Trump rally with Diamond and Silk. Bugsy is proof that not all publicity is good publicity, despite what the Kardashians will have you believe. He could have avoided this whole mess with Photoshop. That's it. That's all you needed, player. But nah, Bugsy just had to be there. Now, the good news is by the time he gets out for his January 6th activities, Trump might be going in for his, so he can ask Bugsy for advice. Like, yeah, do they serve caviar down there? All right, well then, how do I turn a toothbrush into a shank? If that happens, get your consultation fee paid in advance, Bugsy. Now, I chose this last story because I love movie magic, and clearly, rich people do too. The original animatronic model used in the 1982 film E.T. to bring the title character to life sold at auction for over $2.5 million. Hey, E.T. no longer needs to phone home. It can take an Uber with that money. I mean, buying E.T.'s robot skeleton, I can tell you, is an obscene flex. I wouldn't be surprised if DJ Khaled won the auction. This has "We the Best" written all over it. Now, the two-day mega sale put on by Julian's Auctions and Turner Classic Movies also included items such as Chris Hemsworth's hammer from Thor, Robert De Niro's boxing gloves from Raging Bull, and Charlton Heston's staff from the Ten Commandments. Imagine buying that staff and using it to part the Anacostia like, "Let my people go, Mo." Honestly, if I had millions of dollars set aside for my man cave, I would probably buy all of this stuff. I would, but I don't. So if they ever, I tell you this, if they ever get a hold of Pootie Tang's belt, then I will place my bid. Until then, I just got to chill. I might be able to afford that. My favorite story? Yeah, I'm going to go with Bugsy the Don going to prison. You know, it's proof once again, you play stupid games, you win prison time.